So I've done this presentation a number of times, and I'm just going to go through the very basic ideas of binary math. And we have to start with remembering that at one point in time in our lives, we memorized 0 through 9. We just memorized these values. And the most important thing is that between each one of these is a +1. And the more important part is when we added 1 here. If we do a 9 plus 1, this is the terminal character. It's a 9. We add 1 to it and we get a 0 and we carry a 1 and we end up with 10. So we have to be careful if we go past the terminal character. That's true of all number systems. We have binary, there's octal, hexadecimal. You can make any kind of number system you'd like. So the binary, its terminal character is 1. It only has 2 digits to pick from. In decimal, we have 10. Even though we only go to 9, you have to remember that we include 0. And so these are the basic principles of that. If we're looking at the robot car that we had, it has 3 digits. And typically binary, because it's such a low valued number system, we have, which are fewer digits. We put 3, in this case we're going to put 3, a lot of people put 4, you can put 8 digits. And when we do those digits, what we do is this is going to be representing a 0. What we do next is we add 1 to this, and there's no problem with adding 1. And so if I do a plus, okay, we end up with 0 plus 1 is a 1, 0 plus 0 is a 0, and a 0. The math turns out the exact same way. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to just put that as our next digit. Okay? But the question comes, if we added 1 to this again, we added these 2 lines. Well, 1 plus 1, that's our terminal character. That was like adding 9 to 1 here, since this is our terminal character. So that turns into a 1, and we carry a 1. So now we have 1 plus 0 plus 0. We end up with a 1 there, and we have a 0 plus 0. So the value for 2 is 0, 1, 0. So we'll put that in, clean this up. Okay? For 3, I hope you're getting at this point, we can just add 1 to it, and it just turns into 0, 1, 1. 4 is a little bit more complicated, and if we add 1 to this, 1 plus 1, we're going to get a 0, we're going to carry that. 1 plus 1 is going to be another 0, we're going to carry that, and that turns out to be our value for number 4, is a 1, 0, 0. So we'll erase those, and we get a 1, 0, 0. 5, we just add 1. That wasn't too complicated. 6, if we follow the pattern, we can maybe start to do it in our head a little bit. And then finally 7 is 1, 1, 1. In order to go on to 8 or 9 or anything beyond that, we would need to add another digit. Just like if we got up to 999 in decimal, we'd have to add another digit to go beyond that value. So this is the very basics, and this is all 8 possibilities that are possible with the 3 sensors on the robot car. And these are what we'd have to code for. We'd have to tell the robot what to do for each of these 8 possibilities. What do the wheels do? What should the robot do? Should it turn? Should it go forward? Should it go straight? Should it go backwards? There's all sorts of things, and the goal is to stay aligned on there. And we want to use these 8 values in order to do that.